And what's going on, motherfuckers? It's your boy Duma Rettenbacher here again, and today we are getting back going on Athena. I got to make my turbo mount and my wastegate purchase. I don't know if I'm gonna get to wastegate purchase today. We'll see, because I got some other stuff to do. But I am going to get this mount done. So I actually have no idea what I'm going to use or any of that. So this whole video is just going to be me figuring it out as I go. So, I don't know if I've told you guys this before, but I keep a whole bunch of like just scrap metal, any kind of leftover stuff from projects that I have. I just kind of try to hold on to it. So that way for projects like this or situations like this, I have raw material to work with. So, I was able to I found a bracket. I got a couple different brackets out, but I found this. And with this, my bolt holes are close. As you see, one of them's like half center off. So what I'm thinking I'm gonna do is drill this open, re-drill another hole here, and then cut this around here somewhere and weld this like at a 90 off of it. So that way, can we see? Probably come over here. This that I have welded onto my turbo mount. These two holes are going to bolt to here, and then it's going to have these two extended out somewhere in this area, and then all I have to do is create a bracket to go from there to here, which should be roughly a straight line. It's really bothering my OCD that this engine is like on the stand, not perfectly at 12 and 6, but yeah, whatever. So yeah, that's where I'm at now. So I'm about to drill this and cut this, and I don't need to take measurements because I'm fucking dope. And I'm not sure if you guys are going to enjoy this or not, but there's going to be a lot of me stroking my own ego here because I'm really good at this shit. So let's make the next step. All right, so open that hole up. That's looking just as pretty as I wanted it to. So I'm going to cut it, I'm gonna say right before this bump here, just to make my life easier. Cause I believe let me double check. I'm gonna double check the belt routing, cause I know that comes down over here to the outside of power steering pump, and then we got water pump here. I think this goes under the idler here. So let me double check the belt routing real quick before I cut this and see if I need to give myself clearance. And after I check the belt routing, we can go ahead and cut this, and then I'm gonna clean it up, weld it, and take my next route on this. And the sweet thing is, I don't know if you're able to see, this thing has a nice little step down in it. So I'm gonna flip it upside down. Once I flip it upside down, that should give me the step down here that I need to come all the way down to here. Just got to think a few steps ahead of your fab, that's all. Alright, so looking at the belt routing, the belt that I don't have to worry about is the one that goes from the water pump over here. This one that comes down, which I was already planning for. And just looking at it straight on, I feel like I have about an inch under here. And then, yeah, so just triangulate it. So I need to just kind of try and keep it around here-ish. I'm going to cut it actually right here at this line. I'm going to use this as a good guide to let me know where to cut. And then I believe this is flat, so I need that to come off flat. Yeah, that's what I got. So I'm going to cut this straight across here. And first I'm going to scribe it just so I know where 12 o'clock is. And I can come all the way across, straight across here. Just like this, right at that hole. And then this is going to come out, and that's going to step down. Sweet. Alright, so I got that cut, and I got this on there. That's kind of ugly. I'll probably clean it up after I finish the whole bracket. But, yeah. Got that there. And then this is gonna go about there, which gets me really, hold on, give me 1 second, let me switch hands. And if I can get this here, oh, there we go, get that like that, weld it, and then that's a straight shot over here. And then I'll just need to run another bracket that goes up under this and goes around my drain line. Hell yeah. And that's just gonna be some more thick steel. I'm gonna weld all that shit up and we about to be fucking golden. Alright, so now it is time for the fun stuff. I don't have a cameraman today, so bear with me. Be right back. I want to just update you guys before I did my first tack, just to make my life easier. I got this file because I know it's a straight edge, and I clamped it to this. So now I know where the bottom of this is, because I want the bottom of this to be flush to this, so that way I can put whatever bracket I'm gonna have here, because this is gonna go on with the motor. Whatever bracket I have here is going to either bolt here or bolt here. I haven't decided that yet, but it might be easier to bolt to this because I can get to this pretty easy on the car. So this is just a little tool here. I C-clamped it to the bottom of this. That way everything can get lined up, and since I don't have anybody like hold anything from me, it just makes it really easy for me to tack it. And I got rid of the turbo because I'm not welding next to a turbo. Get all that slag and stuff in there. This is still flux core, so yeah. I just wanted to update you guys. Now I'm about to do the tack. Alright, so I just went ahead and welded that whole thing. That's real fucking sturdy. But just to be safe, because this turbo is a heavy bitch, I just cleaned this up. It had a little piece of scrap steel again from the same pile. And I took it to the bench grinder. Still spinning actually. And I'm going to weld that there and there. Probably not going to do a bead all the way across, maybe like one small, and then one over that hoop there, and then the tack over there, just to keep it from flexing, you know, just to give myself a little bit of triangulation there. So I'm going to do that now, go ahead and weld that, and then I'm going to start working on the other end of the bracket. Alright, now to catch you guys up where I am at, I got this all triangulated, made up. Obviously I still got to clean it up because I don't like that. This will get a straight cut there, and then this will get a cut at an angle to make this bracket look halfway decent. And then I like shave it down because, well, I mean, actually that's giving me strength, so I don't want to get rid of those ridges, but that's stopping this whole bracket from flexing. So now where I'm at is how I'm going to get this to connect over to this. So I have several different pieces of steel. I got all of those. I don't really like any of those. I got a bracket that's the opposite of this, and it already has these two holes in it. So I might see what I can do with these. The only thing is I need everything flat now. So I bottomed this out. So I would need to like cut the step out of that, which kind of, I don't have a cutoff wheel. So I've been using a hacksaw. And fuck doing that right now. I need to go get some blades. I don't know how I ran out of fucking blades. Unless I put that on there. That might fit. I might put the big circular saw on there. I'm totally joking, by the way. Don't ever fucking do that. I know people that have, but not on my fucking watch. I'm not gonna be responsible. I don't mind reading about the shit. If you do that shit, just don't say I told you to. Now, back to the car. But yeah. So I might just drill 2 holes here. I gotta put the turbo back on, but I might just drill 2 holes here and put the weld through angle iron block to the bottom of this and have it so this just bolts to here, because the bottoms of these, I don't know, we'll see. I'm gonna cut this flat off though, because that is strong enough. And oh wait, no, because that's got a lip on it, and I don't want to lose no lips. So, yeah, I'm just sitting here doodle-daddling and figuring shit out. So once I figure something out, I will cut back to it, but I'm kind of boring right now because I'm just Mad scientisting? Being a mad scientist? I don't fucking know. Alright, so this is where we at. I welded that on there. It's fucking gross. My helmet is a piece of shit, and I can barely see when I'm welding. So you're gonna have to excuse me. I fucking burned through it. It's thin as hell though. But whatever. I'm gonna cap the end of this off anyway with a piece of flat something. So I'm gonna cap this off regardless. But yeah. So let me show you. I put this nut in the bottom of this here square tubing, and this will go here. And the bolt goes through this, and then these are gonna get some welds inside there, some plug welds, and then probably a bead up front, and then this will be able to bolt to this bracket, and then I'm gonna triangulate a little piece of steel here too and have that come off of this. So I'm gonna do that in that section there, but we'll get there in a second. First things first, we're gonna do this. And then I'm gonna knock that out, and then we can worry about the perimeter. I want to do this last, so that way this when it bolts up, I know everything's lined up. Because the bolts are a little more precision versus the plug welds, or wherever that's at, I can weld it. So just giving you guys a heads up, catch up if I will. All right, and here we are. There's a heck of a gap here. So what I might do is see if I can heat this up and bend it. I fucking doubt it. But if that doesn't work, it's just going to be a mountain of weld. Or I could put another piece of steel in here. Because it's on plane. It's just a little too... Oh, you know what? I might be able to drop that down with these. So let me loosen these up real quick and see if I got enough slot in it. Because, I mean, these are slotted, so it might move enough to give me what I need to do. Alright, so apparently that's it for me to fuck right the fuck off. So what I'm gonna do is just go ahead and weld this, since I got it everything lined up and cut. And then, like I said, I can go back over this and clean it up later, especially after I get like my bolt holes and everything in there and everything's like welded and done. Then I can go over this whole bracket and clean it up. So right now in the design process, please don't judge it, because I'm gonna make it nicer than this. But I'm gonna weld this now, and then I'm gonna C-clamp these together and perimeter clamp it, so that way there's some spring in it, and that'll be holding the whole, that'll put some upward tension on the whole turbo, which is what this is supposed to be doing anyway. So it'd be nicer if we kept everything perfect, but heat expands and all that stuff. So I'm probably, realistically, should probably put like a fucking bellow in here somewhere. I'm not going to, but I probably should. Well, no, the V-bands are giving me the flex I need. But yeah, so this is where we're at right now. I'm about to weld this across here, get a nice strong weld, and then C-clamp this, perimeter weld this, and then these should, and then I'm gonna have to drill a hole here, and I'm gonna probably weld a nut to the back of that too, so that way I ain't gotta try to hold a bolt and shit while I'm doing this. So yeah, well, here we are. I'm about to knock this out. All right, so this is where we're at. Right now, I got this C-clamp together so I can weld inside there. And yeah. Oh, I got that welded. There's a nut on the back of here now. It's not gonna focus. Whatever. But yeah. So I'm gonna cut this out of there. All my cutting tools are kind of running weak right now, so I'm gonna do that later. Probably just cut it kind of square, because I'm not too worried about it. It's not like this is the actual turbo flange. This is. So I'm gonna just cut this square most likely. Make my life easy. And yeah, this bracket will, or, there's an idea. I could just weld all of it. No, I don't want to weld it. I want it bolted so I can take this out. Yeah, so that way I don't gotta take my hot side off anytime I want to take the belt off. So this will bolt here. That'll bolt there, and now I just gotta do the perimeter weld on this, and after that it's gonna just be cosmetic stuff, me cutting this and that and whatever. So yeah, that's gonna have to be another time, but right now I can get the rest of the fab part of this done. So let's get it. And there you go. I'd say that should hold the turbo up pretty good. I like it. I just gotta finish cleaning her up now and make this shit look halfway decent. But that's the easy part. I just don't have no cutting tools right now. So after I get my cutting tools back together and situated, I will be in the motherfucking game. Hell yeah. Alrighty, and I got the turbo back on just to double check clearances on everything. And all my clearances are good. I might throw another weld in here. Probably should. But I do that during the cleaning up process. So when I take the bracket back off and do all that stuff, I mean, that's just tidying up. I don't really need to show any fab of that. I'm just here to show you guys the skeleton. And that is it. That is definitely a pretty decent skeleton. So I'm going to cut this off here. All that stuff, I'll leave that as it is. I ain't too tripping too much on that. But here we go. I'm liking how everything's looking and everything's sitting. That's not how the turbo is going to be clocked when this is all done. I don't know why he didn't just leave that open. But, you know, you could have just left it alone. And you're going to keep making noise. Alright. But, here we go. This is all done. With that being said, hope you guys enjoyed it. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good shit. And don't forget, let that bitch eat. Domestic violence out, baby.